Now we're looking at my bag. Now this one is a lot more complicated and it's going to take a little bit more time to view it. This particular bag here was designed to be a bug out bag, and there's a lot of things in it that can be used for bugging out if we have to, but our deal, as I told you in the beginning, is going to be bugging in. First, in the very back side of my bag here, and it is packed tight, is water purification tablets. Now we also carry a couple of wash rags here with us. Can be used for multiple purposes. You always want a wash rag whether you need to wash your utensils, whether you need to take a bath yourself, if you have to get in the creek a little bit and take a bath and wipe off, that's also in there. And while we're at the creek, I want to bring out also in my bug out bag, I keep a roll of trilene fishing line. In the event that we have to catch something to eat, then we will be at the creek there and be able to do that. Also, I have a kit here. It's called a fire starter kit. Inside this fire starter kit is matches. It's in a waterproof thing. And there is also a fire starter in this that you can strike against yourself, which has highly ignitable balls of cotton in them that's soaked so that we can start a fire real easy with this in the event that we need it for cooking. Also, in my bag is 2 emergency blankets, one for Wanda, one for me, so we can stay warm at night. Also inside the bag here I have a knife saw. You pull this thing out here. This is a saw. I can cut down up to 2 to 3 inch trees if need be with it to build some sort of a shelter to keep the weather off of us, and that is what it would be used for. I could also cut down a fishing pole if I need to fish or whatever, and it folds up, stays inside the bag here with me at all times. Now also in this, there's an array of things in here. I keep an extra pair of gloves. I keep shoestring, because you never know when you might need to tie something up. I also have a bottle of iodine, which can be used for multiple purposes in a backpack. This was part of my bug out bag. In the event of a radioactive fallout or something like that, you could coat your throat with it to keep from having to worry about getting thyroid cancer. Also in this part here is a knife that I use. I'll take with me. You never know when you'll need one of these type knives. Can be used for multiple purposes. Can be used for cleaning fish. Can be used for cleaning an animal. Whatever you need to do with it. Also in this is pH strips. I carry pH strips with me. It lets me know the pH of the water if I need to drink water, which is extremely important. Also in this bag I carry a pair of scissors with me because scissors can be used for cutting multiple things. I carry a pencil with me in the event that I need to write down something and make a note on something. And in this bag, in the back of it, I carry a pistol with me. This pistol is not necessarily that much for protection. I would use it for protection if I had to, but it's also like if we come across a snake or whatever, if we need to shoot something to eat, then I would have it with me to be able to shoot something to eat. It stays right there in the backpack part. Now, as far as I can tell right now in this part, that's basically all I keep in this compartment right here, and I'm going to show you what's in the next part next. Okay, now, there's another component to this backpack right up here on the top. Inside this, I carry Neosporin, an antibacterial, just in case. You never know when you might need it. I also carry a brand new pocket knife inside this backpack here. Now this knife, even though I carry a pocket knife in my pocket at all times, and I have the other knife in here, I also carry a pocket knife because you never know. You can't have too many knives with you. I also carry a camouflage compact kit with me. Now, a lot of people think that's kind of crazy, but I've taught survival, and I can put this camouflage paint on, and it helps me to be able to get up close to something, especially if I need to take some sort of food or something of it. I also have a bag here. There's a good cotton bag in the event that I need to pour water through this to be able to catch some of the debris out of it before I actually boil it or purify it. I can do that. Also inside this, I carry an assortment of string in here, cotton string, in case I need to tie stuff up to cook it. It's the butcher's twine. I carry that in there. I also carry some nylon string. Anyone who's ever butchered an animal knows that you need to be able to tie the bone area off in the back of it to keep feces from getting on the meat. And inside this, I also carry a little pen knife. It's used for small things. Now that's basically all that I carry inside this little compartment right here. Now on the side of my backpack is a little pouch here on the side. In this, I carry a Ziploc bag, and inside this Ziploc bag is 8A thin light batteries, which I need, and a headlight. Now this particular headlight will fit over your head so that you're hands-free at night, and if you need to see what you're doing at nighttime around a camp, and this thing will burn for a long time on the settings that it has with it. And this is a very important part to have with you at night, because if you need to travel at night because it's cooler at night, then this will help you to be able to see, to be able to travel. Now we're going to open up the main part of this, which carries a lot of gear in it. And that is this part right here. Now inside this is an assortment of things. One is another knife. On top of this knife is a compass. Should I get in the woods and lose my direction, I can use that compass to try to figure out which way, because I know which way is home from my woods to here. So we have that knife that's with us, that's also for protection. Also in this is a stove cook kit. Inside this is a skillet, a frying pan, and a plate to eat out of, and a cup. It's all inside this little stove here, something that we can cook on. And to go along with that is, in this compartment, is a folding kit that you fold out, that this sits on top of, and it breaks the wind off of it so that you do not lose your heat out from under the skillet. And to do the cooking with, in this particular stove, we have this called canned heat, which is made to go with this here. There's 2 cans of it here, which will burn for 4.5 hours per can. And Wanda and I figure for 2 days getting home, this will be 2 to 3 days. There's more than enough in this to be able to cook the meals that we require to cook. And this is all actually a stove kit that goes together. Now inside this here also is a tarpaulin. This is what we would use to make a tent out of at night in order for us to be able to sleep under it, to keep the elements of the weather off of us. It's large enough that we can fold it in a way and make a tent out of it by cutting a few poles to keep us dry. We could also, it's large enough that we will be able to lay it on the ground and make the tent out of it for the nighttime for us to sleep under. And while we're in that tent, we have this, we keep a roll of rope with us. This is a 3/16 inch rope here. There's 50 foot of it here. I would be able to tie it through this part so that I can make us a nice tent to be able to stay with. And inside this is some peel off Velcro. I keep that with me in the event that I have to stick it to this tarp and be able to Velcro it together on the ends so that we can get in and out of it and keep the insects and the bugs out of it. I also have my survival lantern with me here. This thing folds out, pops up, hangs in the tent, works off of one little bitty candle that goes in the bottom of it here. You pop that out, and we carry a bag of these little tea light candles here. These things fit right up inside this. You put them back in here, and this thing just pops right back on here. Pops inside this right here. You pop that up, and you've got a nice little lantern that you can leave hanging in the tent or around the campfire, or wherever you need to be able to see. If you need to go to the bathroom, then you've got this. Okay, one other thing we have in the bag here that I'm going to show you is the part right back here on the back. Now, I did show you the stove part that was in here that we took out. I showed you this part, this here, a while ago. It goes with the camp stove. But also in this part right here, I carry mine and Wanda's ponchos. This is in the event that we get caught in a rainstorm or something like that. We can jerk this backpack off real quick. Like, we can take these ponchos out of these plastic bags and throw them on, and we can continue to go in the weather if it gets to be inclement or whatever, and don't have to worry about getting drenched. So that pretty much takes care of what I have in my bag to bug in with. Like I said, Wanda and I do not bug out, we bug in. And as we walk home, there's a lot of things in this, like this canned heat right here. This stuff, it's a little bit heavy. It's 14 ounces, which is almost a pound. But you get to thinking as you're walking along, coming home, then you're gradually using this stuff up. Wanda's using stuff up out of her bag. The closer toward home we get, the lighter our bags get. And therefore, the lighter they get, the easier they are for us to carry, because we'll be running low on energy. And that's part of the survival trip home. Now, I'm going to put all this back together, and then I'm going to show you what our design is on these two bags and why we chose these two bags. Okay, let me show you one of the things and the reasons why we chose the bags that we chose. Now, this bag of mine weighs 23 pounds. This bag has some features with it. It has a handle that pulls out on it. It has wheels on the bottom of it. When Wanda and I bug in, mostly what we're going to be on is roads, blacktop roads coming home. Now, in the event that we have to get off of the road for an emergency reason, then we would put it on our back and tote it. But for the biggest part, we're going to be dragging this on the road. It's not even going to be on our back. Okay, my bag is let out now. It has the handle let out on it. The theory behind this is we'll be able to take Wanda's bag. We're going to be able to lay it across it right here. We'll be able to flip this up. And as we're going down a blacktop road, we'll be able to pull us down a blacktop road. There'll be no weight on our shoulders. This is mainly so that when we start getting tired, we won't have to tote it on our back. We can just drag it down the road. There's virtually no weight on it this way whatsoever. I hope y'all have enjoyed this, because a lot of people have wanted to know about our bug out bags. But we're not planning on bugging out. We're bugging in. These are always in our vehicle when we go anywhere, and we're always together. We never go anywhere alone. That way, we don't have to worry about being separated and not knowing where the other one is, or what's going on with the other one. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today, and thank y'all from Deep South Homestead.